Once, in the rolling green hills of a faraway land, there stood a quiet monastery. Its stone walls had witnessed centuries of sunrises, prayers, and the whispers of wind passing through cedar trees. Inside lived an old master, known not for wealth or titles, but for his deep wisdom that seemed as endless as the sky above. Dozens of disciples lived under his care. They sought him not only for spiritual guidance, but also for lessons on how to live with purpose, courage, and peace. One crisp autumn morning, when the air smelled faintly with smoke, a young disciple approached the master. His eyes were bright with curiosity, yet heavy with questions. "Master," he began, "how can we truly progress in life? How can we become better versions of ourselves?" The master studied him in silence for a moment. Then, with a gentle nod, he said, "Come, walk with me to the marketplace. Perhaps the answer awaits us there." Without hesitation, the disciple followed. The road was long and lively. Merchants called out their wares, fragrant spices, woven fabrics, and fresh bread still warm from the oven. Laughter and bargaining filled the air. After weaving through the crowd, they came upon a potter sitting at his wheel. His hands, worn yet steady, shaped a lump of clay with such skill that it seemed as if he were coaxing life into it. Slowly, the formless lump became a vessel, smooth, symmetrical, and full of quiet beauty. The disciple's eyes widened. He had never seen transformation happen so gracefully. "Master," he whispered, "how does this man mold clay so effortlessly into something so beautiful?" The master's lips curved into a knowing smile. "Let's ask him." They approached, and the disciple bowed politely. "Sir, how do you take such a plain lump of clay and create something so wonderful?" The potter paused, wiped his hands, and smiled warmly. "The secret," he said, "lies in the clay itself. If the clay is soft and willing, I can shape it into any form I imagine. But if it is dry and unyielding, even the greatest skill cannot change it. The beauty of the pot comes from the clay's willingness to be transformed." The disciple's mind stirred with the weight of those words. He thanked the potter, and the master led him away. As they left the bustling market, the master spoke softly. "Did you hear his answer? This is also your answer. In life, we are the clay. When we remain open and adaptable, life can shape us into something remarkable. But if we resist change, we stay the same, rigid, limited, and unable to grow." He glanced at the disciple. To progress, you must allow life to teach you. Every challenge is a potter's hand, every hardship a shaping touch. If you stay flexible, you can turn obstacles into opportunities. But if you cling to old forms, you will never know what you might become. That day, the disciple made a silent vow to live like soft clay, open to learning, willing to change. Over the years, he adapted to trials, learned from mistakes, and found that each difficulty shaped him into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. And so the lesson endured. Life will always bring change, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce. But if we meet it with openness and grace, we can be shaped into our best selves, just as a potter shapes clay into something beautiful.